Hello everybody. So today I'm going to teach you a few basics that if you want to do pretty much every project you will use. Now start off, you need to create a basis. You can't do anything on this blank page, nothing at all. So you need to create a basis. So if you go into File, you can click New or the simple Control N. That gives you the choice to do a new thing. Name it YouTube and choose your size. Now if you want a custom size, whichever one it is you want, there we are. It auto switches to custom. Yes, okay, sure. Now if you want A4, which a lot of people seem to want, default Photoshop size, US paper, international paper photo, all of them are good sizes except international paper is your standard A4 size. That's here. And then you press OK. Here it is, there you go, A4. Before you do anything, zooming in and out is important if you want to do more detail or less detail. Here it is, you can change it down here, or simply press the control button. So control is, I suggest using the right side control, because if you want to zoom in and out using control, you've got to click the plus or the minus buttons. So that's the minus and the equals buttons, the two beside backspace. There we are. That gives you zooming in and out. Now, deleting a layer. So for example, I create a new layer, which is this button down here. Double click to change the name. Delete me. There we go. To delete him, grab it, so you're dragging it about. Drag it down to this little trash can. There, never to be seen again, unless you undo this, of course. Now, all your actions are up here, okay? Because Control Z, I'll show you in a moment. But, so okay, first the shortcut for the paintbrush key. Paintbrush, which is self-explanatory, it draws. Now, for example, you have it like this and you let go. Then do a second paintbrush stroke. That's recorded as two paintbrushes here. So when you press Control Z, the second stroke disappears, right? And you expect when you press Control Z again, this other one disappears as well. But no, Control Z puts it back, which means you can only do one stroke at a time if you want to use Control Z. So this is helpful. This is History tab. You can delete them like this, simply like that, and it records every single action, every single click you do. For example, if I want to change to this, it records that. So as I do that, it goes that. Anyway, now we have the basics sorted, we can start drawing. Now, before we start drawing, you have to notice down here, these are your colors. You have two main colors, black and white right now. So to change a color, you can either press I, which gives you the eyedropper. So don't press E, it's I, even though E is how you spell I. Okay, this is getting confusing. Anyway, so this is your eyedropper. So you click on any color you see. So for example, if I draw a bit of black here, and I swap this, so you can click this little arrow to swap it. Whichever layer is lying on top of the other one, the top layer is the color you're drawing in. So right now I'm drawing in white. You can't really see that. But now if I press X, that also does the swapping for you. Anyway, back to here. Press I. If you zoom in, which I taught you how to do just then, you can use the eyedropper and click on this black area. See the top half, it's turned to black, and the bottom half is white. So it's turning from white to black. And now, as you can see on the side, both of mine are black. Let's zoom back out. Okay. Now, what do we want to do? Let's delete this for a sec. Now, we turn to B. We want to draw this here. That. And if you want to just choose a random color off here, you can choose it there. So if I use blue, like this. Now, if I use eyedropper, I can change the white to black, there, or change it to blue. So that just keeps changing the colors. Now, if you want to revert them, there's two very, like Photoshop is helpful. They give you two halves over here. So white, and then click X to swap to the next one, and to keep it clean, black. And just because I like to keep my thing clean, because if Photoshop is messy and the layers are all messed up, then you're not going anywhere. It is really confusing. Anyway, background. Layers are important. So as you can probably tell, layers are layers. Except if you want layers here, for example, I have two layers. This one's called layer top and layer bottom. Remember how I taught you to rename it? Double click. Layer bottom. Now, to swap these layers, so for example, I want to draw. Right now, I am on layer top. So if I draw something on layer top, like this, and then I go down and draw something on layer bottom, like this, you use the move tool, which is the tool up here, and moves anything in your selected layer. But because you can't move anything on this layer, because it is locked. See on the side? Click on the lock to unlock it. But mainly you don't draw on your background layer. You open new layers to draw on. Layer top. If I move layer top, it does not affect layer bottom. Now, this right now, as you can see, this is on top. What if I'll change it to a different color. Okay. Now, if I change it to, what color shall we have it? Blue. There we go. There we go. Change it to that. Now it should be easier to see. I'm moving the blue one around, but because layer top is on top of layer bottom, it goes over layer bottom. You see how that's overlaying? Except black's going into the background now. You can't really see the difference here, but as soon as you drag it on, you can see the difference. That's one of the most helpful things on Photoshop, layers. So you choose the layer you want, you get the layer you want, and yeah. Now, I've been using Paintbrush Tool, but you might be thinking, how do you make Paintbrush Tool bigger or smaller? That's simple. Use these two keys. Those two keys are just on top of Enter. If you see that, there's three keys on the road underneath, between Enter and Backspace. So there's three keys there. Two of them look like this. If you click this one, it makes the paintbrush smaller. And if you click this one, it makes the paintbrush bigger, like that. So that's really helpful. You also have to watch the layer you're drawing on too, because that can get quite annoying. Now, if you're doing some art project, I suggest having one layer called color work and one layer called line work. This is because if you have line work on top of color work, because as I told you, the layer works like that. If you draw your line work, so you draw everything in your line work, then to color it, you won't get bits of color sticking on top of your line. The color will go under the line because of the layers. So that makes your work a lot neater if you're just drawing freehand and stuff. So let's just delete these, drag them down here. Come on. Okay, there we go. Done. What other things are useful? Okay, for example, I draw black. Now, it's really, really hard to select all this if you want to change it. For example, you have other things in the background. So if I get blue, you have other stuff in the background like this. Now, let's choose blue then. So you want to select blue, but you don't want to select the black line, the black squiggle almost. So here's how you do it. I'm just going to change it back to blue, black to keep it neat. You click on this little tool back here. This is called the wand tool. Quick selection tool or wand tool. See the side? It says W, which means the shortcut key for this is W. Anyway, now, if you want to select blue but not black, click on anywhere that's blue, and it will select automatically all the blues that's connected together. But for example, let's get out of here. So just click M, which is your thing here. See M. So if you click M, you can just click out of it. So see that? Wand tool, select it all. But if you click here, the wand tool auto selects the rest of it. So click M, and click there. It's all gone. Now, down to paintbrush. If you have a black line here, and you want to select this black line, but not this one, and this blue line, then all you want to do